Take two. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Big E. Hello, Jay.
Hello, gentleman and Isis.
How are you, my friend?
Quite well.
Yeah. Welcome back. We missed you yesterday.
Yeah, thanks. I missed you guys, too. I was over at East Lansing dropping Manfred off at school.
Oh, man.
Weird circumstance, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So was it like the first day of school or just move-in time?
Yeah, it was move-in. Move-in
Yeah.
day. I think he starts next Wednesday or something.
Really? So he just gets to blow it out for the next week or whatever?
No, he's there for marching band. He's there early.
Oh.
Most of the kids, I think they come Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. That had to be fun. Weird?
It was super weird, man. Because,
Yeah.
you're local. You're like an hour and 15 away. You know you're going to
Yeah.
see him quite a bit, but it's never going to be the same. He's
I
never going to be
know.
like living full time back under our roof. So it was
Hopefully.
right. Yeah.
I mean, unless he really
So
fucks things up.
glance over at
he might
Isis.
be.
No, he'll be out as soon as
Yeah. He's going to like not being... He's going to
Correct.
like his new quarters.
I think he
and
will.
Newfound freedoms.
yeah.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
I think most do.
It was really hard though,
Yeah.
He's the firstborn and
Yeah.
Gab really struggled at like leading up to it, and I was like, oh, what's the big deal? But when the moment came, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Little
Dude.
sweet pie broke down.
I was going to say, who wept?
Little sweet pie.
Did you get any? Were you verklempt at all? At any point, were you
almost
like
verklempt? Like, shit.
chin quivering? Anything? No. You're a stone, man. You're
Yeah.
just you got to be dad. You got to be
Well, right.
hold it down for the family. That this is okay. This is part of the process.
Yeah. I mean, what if I lost it? The place,
If you
right?
lose- I lose like if my dad wept at something like that.
Well, it's
I'd
not just
be-
that. You got to keep it together for your family, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
we're all just noodles in the middle
Yeah.
of this dorm room.
Yeah, you can't
No.
weep. You can't weep.
Gotta go. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
I think it's okay when sweet pie goes.
Yeah, oh.
Then you're gonna lose it. You can lose it then.
Oh.
I think you can weep then.
Oh, I thought you meant it was okay for Sweet Pie to cry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes, it's absolutely okay for her.
Sweet Pie's not going anywhere.
No, she's gonna stay here forever. Just be a tiny girl. She'll forever be my tiny
that
girl.
will be hard. Walking to Sweet Pie down
Yes.
the aisle.
Dude, it just makes
How'd
me.
Mike do with Lauren the other day?
He did all right. Although
held it
for my,
together?
you know what, for my dad, when he did this speech in the end, my dad just doesn't say things. You know, he's one of those dads that just kind of more like a you almost, where he just a little more keeps it together. But when he did the speech, he had the hand shaking, and he told her,
boy.
you know what, I know I shouldn't, I know I don't tell you enough, but I love you. And it was
boy.
oh shit.
Jesus, the L word.
The L word in this household.
I know,
Oh,
dude.
no.
I was sitting there like, oh
Wow.
shit.
His leg is shaking. Mike's hand is
Hand is
shaking.
shaking.
Whole Fady.
Yeah, that
Fady
was so. I
family's
mean, but
shaking.
like my dad. My dad is kind of like you. Like when you describe saying, no big deal, no big deal. He said even in his speech, he's like, even up until a week ago, I thought, oh, big deal. And then all of a sudden, he's like, fuck, I'm the father of a bride.
Yeah.
Father of the bride.
My dad killed it when he gave the speech for my sister. Mm-hmm. Crushed.
Yeah.
It's just stone, steady, no shaky hand. He just popped up like a boss
Sure.
and just crushed. I was like, wow, okay, I didn't see that coming. Because he's like, I don't know how you guys get on a microphone and do it. There's no way I could do that. But yeah, I mean, public speaking was not a big deal for him in that instance. It's crazy thinking about Manfred going to college, dude. I still somewhere have that cassette tape of when he was born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 18
on
years ago.
cassette.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally 18 years ago, August 15th.
Yeah.
Turned 18, so wow, man.
Drew and Mike on the show gave a shout out to you and Gab for congratulations on the newborn baby, like that day. And it's like, take him to college. What the fuck happened to us, dude?
I know.
How did this happen? Oh, it's crazy. Well, he's going to do great. And he's going to, the band thing will be cool. I might have to go see that.
That'll be really fun.
Fun for him. Is he nervous at all, or was it just like,
No, he's excited.
yeah.
It's kind of weird, because he's there before his roommate and suite mates and stuff. He's like the only one on his floor. There, he happens to live in this dorm where a bunch of the football players live. So there's these enormous human beings walking in and out. And there's
really?
Manfred, the band kid.
Yeah, the band geek. He's a big kid though.
Dude, you realize D1 football players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's another level. It is. But yeah. Anyway.
The whole floor.
No, his dorm. It's right next to the football
No,
facility.
but his whole floor is kind of empty.
Yeah, there's
right
no
now.
one there.
That'd be a weird night.
Yeah.
Like tonight, Like he could run up and
Last
down the
night.
hallway. I don't know. Like it's just not that you couldn't anyway, but there'd be a weirdness to knowing there wasn't anyone there.
Yeah.
I mean, the football team's probably been there for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like those kids,
That is
you
a
know.
weird. That's a weird concept to me. Even like you don't think of these players, you watch on Saturdays,
actual students?
right? At all.
Yeah.
The notion of them walking around the.
They're student athletes.
Of
Come on.
course,
Yeah, of course.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, based on what I see on Last Chance, definitely student athletes, athlete or student first for sure.
What is that? What is that thing? That dot you keep putting there? Why do you put a period? Yeah, I just put it wherever in the thing. I just pick spots. It's like,
Shit.
holy shit! This is a student athlete in college
Yeah.
that doesn't know what a period is.
That guy was a particular piece of work.
That's next level, dude. Like you got to try to be that fucking dumb, right? Like you have to work at it.
Yeah.
Like how do you go your whole life
I
at
think-
22 years old? You don't know what a period is.
Yeah, I don't want to besmirch
dude, I don't know,
said
man. I think
student
you're-
athlete, but
I think.
yeah, no, that dude came from the streets. I mean, that
Oh.
dude was, Miami or whatever. I think like 2 weeks after that, they had a graphic at the bottom of the episode saying, yeah, so-and-so had been arrested for armed robbery and
Oh, yeah.
won't be finishing the series.
But easy. You gonna take issue with what I said there? I mean,
Yeah, a
I'll
little
let
bit.
if he doesn't know what a semicolon is or even a colon.
Yeah.
There's lots of punctuation I would have let him get away with.
But a period?
A period, man.
I'd like to see you and how you are and your personality have grown up in a situation like that. Honestly,
I would know
and
what a
see-
period. I would
You
know.
can- you
I
know
would
what,
know
dude?
how to.
I don't
end a
know,
sentence.
man.
Look, are
You have a
taking
problem. You have a
offense?
problem with Jay and possessives, like.
If like admittedly, Mike, you probably would have floated as hard as you could have floated.
Yes.
Whether that was in Farmington Harrison or
Yeah.
downtown Miami in the shittiest of schools. So
Yeah.
to
Well,
E's
no, I'm talking.
point,
Oh, sorry.
to E's point, E.
Okay. Okay.
Let
me
him finish
comment
his
on your
attack
point.
on me.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think you're right in that he would have just floated as much as allowed, and therefore he would not have learned the period
I think I would have learned the period.
rule. No, I don't think
I'm
he
talking.
would have.
I'm talking. You're not a white. I'm talking. You're that guy. You're an
you mean?
African American growing up in that setting.
You're saying that like kids that grew up in the ghettos.
I just give them.
it's-
I guess I just give them more.
Dude, I give them tremendous. Yeah, it sucks. I get that, but the period, it's the period. Even a comma, I could let slide if you're like, man, what is that thing for? Fine, colon, semicolon,
Yeah, I
no
know what you
problem
mean.
with that.
I know what you mean.
But the period, man.
By the way, was he the most undersized linebacker ever?
Yes.
The kid was like 5'7", 135 pounds.
Yeah.
And they got him playing
Did Mike
middle
actually watch?
linebacker.
What season was that? What season was this? By the way,
the season before.
Yeah, season before last, probably.
Okay.
Bobby Bruce.
Was it Bobby Bruce?
I think so.
Oh man, Bobby. I felt bad for the kid.
Yeah.
You know,
It's funny how those shows
but
work.
you know, talking student athlete is.
Latanya Pickard. Wasn't she the English teacher? Latanya Pickard.
Something like that.
Yeah,
she's the one that was
she was
like,
just trying to just like get through this. Get
Yeah.
through this, man.
yeah.
Just show up
It was
to
just
class.
attempt. Just
Yeah.
show up to class and be quiet.
I know, dude. It is hard when you
We'll
watch
get
that.
you through this. We'll keep you on the field.
It's very hard. Like I try to be empathetic, but you are right. Like at some point, it's like, look, they're not even telling you. They're just saying if you show up,
Yeah.
sit in your class.
That's good
in
enough
your
for a
chair.
passing grade.
The teachers understand that if you move on, it will be good for you. You'll make possibly money. Then you'll
Yeah.
have a life that's better. But
Oh, I
like,
think it's safe to say the school system as a whole has failed many a student.
Yeah, and
Right?
and it's like when you watch like the I'm only on the first two seasons, but you watch like the lady that's like the educational assistant.
You talking
And-
about Last Chance U?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's just like she's texting them and be like, they come into their office and she's like, "Did you make it to English today?" Like, yeah, and then she looks. Look, I just saw on the thing that you didn't. You walk, and then it's like they walk out. They were even there sometimes. They're sitting in the class, and then they just leave
Yeah.
halfway through, and it's like, dude, just
doesn't-
sit in the fucking chair for an hour.
It doesn't get much better either. There's a kid. I don't know. Have you guys been watching Hard Knocks, the Oakland Raiders yet on HBO? It's great. I mean, John Gruden's man. He's saying more mans than ever. It's like he took a page out of Caliendo, his imitation. But there's a kid on there who they focus on in the first episode because he was featured on Last Chance U.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I didn't know him. I didn't recognize him, but he was apparently a kid that got in trouble, and the coach had him doing rolling 100 yards.
Oh yeah, I just watched that episode.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, number 63 or something.
Yeah.
Big lineman. Well, he's there. He's not drafted, undrafted rookie who gets onto the Raiders practice, going through practice with them.
Right, just trying
And-
to hopefully maybe make it.
Yeah, he like takes himself out of practice. The first day is just like, yeah, man, I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, something happening. I don't feel right. And they go in, they get, and they're like, you just got to go to treatment, blah, 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 for your ankle or whatever.
He had a hard time with that at Last Chance.
Yeah, he blew it off.
Right.
He blew it off, and
This
then
is
he went.
Ali, right?
What's
No,
that?
no, this is not. I actually liked Ali a
Yeah,
lot.
Ali
but
was a
this
good
is,
dude.
This isn't Ali. This is a guy from the second season.
Ronald Ali's with the
Shit.
Raiders now.
Yeah, not anymore.
Maybe I'm thinking about. Well, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about someone else then because I was. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, Ronald Ali. I think that's his name.
Okay, I like
And
Ali.
it was like they were like, just go to treatment. Get in and go to the treatment room. We got to get you back on the field ASAP. And he blows it off.
No.
Fucking blows it off. And he comes in. They're like, yeah, come here, man. What are you doing? Why would you blow this off? You're undrafted. You've got a chance of a lifetime. Blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do better. The coach is like, Gruden just like, get your shit, get the fuck out of here. Like literally clean the goddamn locker out.
Cut him on the spot?
Cut it on the spot. Fuck off the field.
So it's just
and it's like,
a
dude,
pickle, man.
you gotta
I know.
help yourself a little bit. You
know.
can't possibly think you can go into an NFL that they're gonna put up with that.
I know, and it's like I was telling Jay, like it's so hard because that dude Ali, like his life story was like that he was a young kid and like at 7 his dad comes into his trailer park, gets in a drunk fight with his mom, shoots his mom, then runs away from the cops and shoots himself. And it's like,
Oh.
fuck, man. But it's on the same hand, I get that.
Yeah.
But you've gotten to the point where you're in the Oakland Raiders situation. Was that the Raiders you said?
Yeah, I
And
mean
it's like,
he's
just
uniformed up, wearing the helmet, the
Right.
cleats, the whole thing. He's there.
They want to pay you. They do. They want
You've
to.
been invited here as an undrafted rookie from Last Chance U. It's kind of a, I guess people liked him. They
Yes, he had a
focused
very
on that
likable
story.
personality at
Yeah,
times.
but he just came off looking like a total dipshit. And you're like, dude.
Speaking of Raiders coming off looking like dipshits, Antonio Brown, does he
Yeah.
have his helmet yet?
No, he's filed a second grievance. No, he's filed a second grievance.
I don't even know really the story behind. I just know that there's something where there's a helmet issue and he doesn't want to wear it.
Is this
or
a
something.
CTE thing? Like, has this dude been hit in the head too many times? Why is he making this such a big issue?
I'm starting to think maybe there's something more to this that he doesn't want to talk about, something lingering, and he's finding ways to fucking bitch about nothing.
Yeah.
Like he wears a shoot air helmet, which is what Brady wore and Aaron Rodgers, and he's worn it for his whole career, 6 years in the league, and he's worn that helmet. Well, they're doing all these testing now on these helmets, and they know this helmet fails. It doesn't fucking. It's a banned helmet now.
For
And
safety
so-
reasons.
For safety reasons.
Right,
Like the statement from Drew Rosenhaus, his agent, is like, let's see. Rosenhaus said his client wants to be part of the team, wants to practice, dying to. But he'd also like to do it with the helmet he's worn his entire life. He's a wide receiver. He gets hit across the middle. People are trying to take his head off. He's a big target. You talk about how many catches he's had over the last 6 years. For example, this is his life. He's risking everything. He's got a family. He's had concussions before. This helmet has kept him safe. He's had brutal hits. We're just trying to find a way to work it out. We've worked very closely with the Raiders. We've worked closely with the NFL. But I hope people can appreciate this is not a simple issue. The helmet is the most important piece of equipment to him. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why they've done studies and they've come up with better helmets since then.
yeah.
Right?
And so if what you're saying is true, that he's a target, he hit a lot, had
Want the
concussions.
best helmet possible, right?
Yeah. He was saying stupid shit too. Like, yeah, it affects the vision. Like, I can't see as well with this new style of helmet. That's just bullshit. The vision is much better with these helmets. They're much more comfortable. They're lighter. And so I don't know what he's talking about. Like, they've done the testing on his helmet
Yeah, I mean,
versus.
Vision, if you take the face mask off, you essentially have an Evil Knievel cutout.
Yeah.
Like, you can see all around. Put on a face mask, that's what impairs your vision or allows for your vision.
He's trying to act like those over the head, like going to get a bomb, and 50-yard pass over the shoulder. That this helmet, he needs this. It's the only way he can see the ball. It's just not true. They've studied these things. They said the impact, of a player getting hit with his current helmet versus the new one is like 37% more impact. on the brain or whatever. Like, it's way worse.
Now, just as quick background, he's the dude who Central Michigan star, right? He went to the Steelers.
Steelers for 6 years.
Was there his whole career was
Pro
great.
Bowler every year.
And then he signed what as a free agent with Oakland, or did he get traded?
He got
Did he want to be there? Did he want to leave?
He was traded. He wanted out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It looked like he was going to the Niners. He wanted to go to the Niners. He was tweeting like pictures of the Niners uniform and talking to Jerry Rice, and then all of a sudden that went away for some reason. I don't know why. And then he's traded to Oakland, and they signed a 3-year deal with him. They got a 3-year thing, $50 million or something.
How much is guaranteed? Any idea?
Probably a lot of it. Yeah, $30 million maybe. Who knows? Yeah, you're thinking like he wants to just like stay on the roster to collect that money no matter what, even if there's something wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's why do you assume it's a ton up front? I know that's what free agents want. They want their money up front because the CBA is so bad that they can cut at any time and not receive what they've agreed to. But
it doesn't. I don't know. We could probably look it up. It says they signed the 7-time Pro Bowl selection from the Steelers in a trade in March, and later signed him to a 3-year, $50,125,000 contract. But it doesn't say guaranteed money or what. I don't see it. We could probably find that out. But, if he's going to double down on this idea of the helmet, like...
It's bizarre, man.
It's bizarre.
It definitely suggests he just wants to sit out, get his guaranteed money. What do we got, Jesus?
Of the $50 million, $30,125,000 was guaranteed.
Dude, he wants to sit out.
Yeah.
He just
Kind
wants
of a smart
30 mil.
move. Good for him.
I mean, well, he's the guy that too over the summer went to like Europe and was in one of those cryo freezer.
Oh yeah, and
things.
froze his foot.
And got frostbite all over his
that.
feet. Those feet are nasty.
Yes.
Gross. So whether that's a lingering issue or if there's something more going on, but it just doesn't seem like you go to this new team. Like, it's not fair. They spend all this money. You are arguably the best receiver in the NFL. You're the big, shiny prize they've signed. Like, he's got to get working with his quarterback.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got to get used to that new helmet, man.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, spend your preseason getting used to the better helmet, dipshit.
And even if he decides, even if he comes out and says something like, hey, I'll sign waivers so that taking responsibility away from them if something happens, there's no
You're the team's
way.
investment. You're the league's investment. Like, why do they have to sign that? Why do they have to allow that?
They've deemed it not
Right.
this helmet doesn't work right, so you can't wear it.
What is the biggest issue in the league?
Yeah,
Concussions. You can't prevent them totally, but let's try our best to prevent what we can.
Yes.
Dumbass.
And we know that leather helmet you're wearing it protects way worse, so you're not allowed to wear that. It's banned. It's just a banned helmet now.
30 million guaranteed.
Yeah. 30 million. God knows he was making a shitload before that too. Yeah, you guys should start watching that though. The Hard Knocks.
Yeah, there's
series.
I got so much, so much in my.
It's
a lot of
queue, as it
content
were.
out there, isn't there?
Right, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But John Gruden's fucking hilarious. He'll come in and be like, "All right, guys, settle down. Good week of practice, but next week we want fucking more." God damn, he'll just snap in an instant.
Turn into Chucky.
Yeah, he turns full Chucky. It's hilarious. He's like, "I know you guys have all had dreams and stuff. I don't give a shit about your fucking dream. You want to destroy people's dreams so you can stay on this goddamn roster." And these guys are just like, uh-huh. It's like, we're not in the business of making dreams come true.
What about your own dreams, though? Not those dreams.
He doesn't want anything to do with them. He wants you to fucking squash dreams, kill dreams, steal his job.
But they would have their own dreams that would want to win a Super Bowl. Should those dreams not be worried about, or
No, that apparently not. Dreamed of playing in the NFL. He doesn't give a shit.
I always think it's funny too with sports when you watch, like when I've been watching Last Chance and then some other ones that I've watched. I have watched some of the Hard Knocks. It's always interesting to me when they have like the offense, defense like face each other because it's like a lose-lose. Like, you know what I mean? One of the coordinators is either happy and one's mad. Like it'll be like the one guy's like, "How could you let him fucking gain those yardage?" And then the offense, "Nice job, making holes, making holes."
Yeah,
It's like, but I guess that's just what you do. But it just always interests me. I don't know. It's like
football coaches are just a different breed. I just love watching those guys go fucking berserk. It's like, would you just calm down, pal? It's all the screamings
And
about.
that's what Last Chance U is good for. The coaches are ridiculous.
Oh, remember that one ass wipe?
yes.
Was it from last year?
I think so. The dude from Compton.
Yeah. It was just, Snoop Dogg is apparently like that too on the football field when I watch Snoops. And he's coaching like 8-year-olds. And he's MF this, N-word that. I mean, dude, every other word is a swear word. And they're just like 8 years old. Helmets barely fit on their heads.
Bobbleheads.
That's hilarious.
Hey, The Blind Biz. It's the place for blinds, shutters, and all types of shades. They service a wide area of Michigan, and listener Rich offers free consultations, shop-at-home appointments, and free installation. Rich started The Blind Biz in 2002 and handles all aspects of the business, from call to consultation to installation. TheBlindBiz.com is the website. Mention TDC, and Rich will honor 20% off of your blinds purchase over $399 with some exclusions.
Hey, have you been following the? I know how much you hate the Royals, and so do I. But the dust up over the private jet.
No, I've seen the headlines and just breezed by.
It's pretty funny, man, because they're just like eco warriors.
Yeah,
you know, just these eco warriors. And now there's all these people are coming to their defense because they got pounded over the weekend.
Yeah, they've talked about not having as many kids because they don't want such a footprint environmentally. Yeah.
And so, they went to Sir Elton John's in the south of France. They were invited to his house, Harry and Meghan. And they posted something on their, was it Instagram? I think their Instagram, about how we need to all do our little part, you know. Let me see, where's the quote exactly? Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world.
And so they're going private jet from London to
4
Nice.
times in 11 days. 4 private jets in 11 days. And they're talking about doing your little part. People were like, yeah, how about suck a dick? How about you don't ever fucking preach to us again about, I don't want to hear about the environment, you know, and global warming when you're out there jet setting around in private jets. And so Sir Elton John came out to their defense, and he was not happy that people.
Well, didn't he say he made a contribution in kind?
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, isn't that just
Yeah,
adorable?
to offset your.
Well, that's what I was
jet.
saying. It's just like those. It's just basically like a carbon offset. You
Yeah.
know, where it's like a company still polluting the same,
Yeah.
but they just pay somebody for their shares of it or whatever.
Yeah, they just pay to have, you know, the company that's trying to plant more trees.
Right.
And they just, you know, throw them some money. Or the ones that are trying to deforest in places, you know, people are cutting down, like there's a lot of parts of the world where they just burn trees like crazy because that's how they boil water and cook food. That's the only option. And so they're just mowing down forests and like trying to teach them to do better and not do that in those other places. So that's the kind of contribution Sir Elton John is making. It just seems like, the rich have found a way to go around having to, you know, do as they say. You know what I mean? Like, just throw a little tip into the tip jar and then we can be assholes still. It's ridiculous. Now Pink has come out to the defense.
Oh, don't say that. I like the Pink.
I like Pink too, but she's the latest to defend them. And Pink's actually, she's like, I'm happy to see people coming to the defense of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The way people treat her is the most public form of bullying I have seen in a while. It's out of control.
She must not be familiar with the royals.
Right. Like,
the way
you know what,
the
dude?
English-
That's their job.
Yeah.
Kinda.
They
go
out
don't
there
really
and then-
do anything.
And then the tabloids, you know,
Yeah.
tease them and
if the
make
tabloids
fun.
don't do that, it's almost like then they don't get they need that.
Yeah, it's the yin and the yang of the thing. That's what
Yeah.
needs to go all around.
And this is known. It's not like she married into this and then they were like, oh, by the way, welcome to this. Like, no, it was going on forever before that. So she says, let's show our children that it's cool to be kind. That's what Pink wants to do. Ellen DeGeneres came out.
Just be generally nice.
Yeah. Leapt to their defense, saying that she and Portia, her wife, met Harry and Meghan in England to talk about their work on wildlife conservation.
Portia de Rossi, right? That's from Arrested Development.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sister.
You know, I don't know the names,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah.
God, she's
both of
been
you guys said that.
married to her the whole time, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
For a long time. They were the most down-to-earth, compassionate people. Imagine being attacked for everything you do when all you're trying to do is make the world better.
By the way, the thing is, like, and granted, I haven't read all the things. I am sure there are fucking assholes that took it too far. But if you're just referring to the people saying, hey, maybe you don't preach to us when you're doing this, that's not really bullying. That's, you know what I mean?
Pointing out hypocrisy.
Right. Now, again, I'm sure that if you read down the 10,000 comments, there's some guy talking about her being a slut or whatever. But if you're just talking about what the actual story is right now, and that is people mad of hypocrisy, that's not really bullying, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm trying to think. They do have some comments in here that where basically people are just it's the hypocrisy.
I mean, it'd literally be like if I came out and just said, whatever. I said you shouldn't drink beer ever again because it's bad, whatever, for whatever reason. And then it's like there's pictures of me drinking beer, and people are like, "Yo, dude, what are you doing?" It's like that's not them bullying me. That's just them pointing out something.
Well, yeah, and that's it. People just don't like hypocrisy. It's been the same thing forever.
Especially when it comes to rich people
who
don't really have a job, by the way.
I know.
They're not even actresses or like a comic who at least works in a club or something.
Yeah.
They just fund these people.
5,000 years ago, some people had sex and now there's a bloodline and they joined in.
Didn't they do like $20 million in renovations to their new home or something? A few $1 million that the taxpayers are paying for?
Sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Greenpeace's chief scientist has said it's not okay to claim that private jet travel is carbon neutral as a result of a donation to a carbon offset scheme. It doesn't work like that. There's no way any current tech deals with the load of CO2 you've released on a personal level. I believe him. That's the guy.
The scientist.
Yes, I do. So we just get to throw it in the tip jar because they'd worked so hard over the last year that it was really important for Sir Elton and his husband David to invite them to Nice for a little holiday, a little getaway.
Private holiday. They've worked very hard.
Very hard over the last year on their issues and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, and at best, throwing it in the tip jar gets you back to where you were before. If you're such an environmentalist, don't you want to get ahead at some point?
Yeah.
Stupid, man.
Yep.
Hey, your investment plan should be created just for you. However, developing and maintaining a financial plan can be a bit of a balancing act. Mark Leibovitz, our buddy at LPL Financial, can deliver the guidance needed to develop a well-balanced investment plan. Call Mark today. Tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
And if Elton wanted to help out too, I can imagine he could just stop touring. Because I imagine the amount of planes that are needed to go on a world tour.
What would we do without Goodbye Yellow Brick Road?
I know.
He's on his farewell tour, though.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, he's been on his farewell tour for, I don't know, like 6 months.
He's going to add more CO2 to the environment than the rest of us could do in 1,000 years.
That's you can't. I mean, I don't know how facetious you're being, but you can't get that picky then. Like even for me, like
just saying.
I know, but
do you need to hear Benny and the Jets live that bad?
Well, dude, do I want to hear Pat Green into Michigan? Fuck yes, I do. And if he had to take
he can bicycle here then.
So I'm just saying.
That's what's his name? Mike Posner's doing it. Is he writing songs all over the country by walking?
Yeah, he is doing a walking.
Bit by a rattlesnake or something?
Bad. Yes, he's not going to be able to walk for months. A baby rattlesnake.
Damn.
Dude, those things can be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I like Mike Posner.
Dude, I remember, golfing in Arizona, and there was one at the tee box, just curled up. And it's
nope, not doing it.
I have my back to a fucking rattlesnake as I'm teeing off. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I had no idea how bad those bites were, man. Dude, just from a baby, too.
This isn't even, like, looking at it, I'm sure that in reality it was just no threat of that whatsoever. But when I had gone up to the UP this summer, and one of the days I was telling Jay, I was hiking around, like, the Tahquamenon Falls again, and one of the days, like, the bugs were fucking bad. Like, really bad. And, like, I was supposed to go on this, like, 6-mile hike. I ended up only going like 3 of it or something because I just couldn't handle it. And I did have a point during the walk where I was totally by myself. I hadn't seen anybody in, the whole hike. And I've just been bit so bad. And I started to like get a little lightheaded even. I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to, was one of these.
They're going to find you on the trail.
Right. Was one of these something and I'm just going to sit down on this trail and that's going to be it for me. Yep. Like
it's all over for Isis.
I started trying to pound some water. Maybe I'm just dehydrated or something.
Suck the venom out.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I just
pee on it.
I don't know. Like in reality, they were just flies. But I did get. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if maybe I was a little dehydrated or I needed to eat some food. But I got a little lightheaded and I was just like, fuck, dude, am I gonna die from something here?
Hey, mentioning your trip up north, we received more posts from I think your boy Tony.
Oh, did we?
although it seems unsigned here, strangely enough. Pictured Rocks Cruises.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys watch the video of the rocks falling?
Yeah.
No.
off the cliffs. Like you know how he went on that kayak trip
yeah.
to Pictured
Yeah,
Rocks?
yeah.
Like yards away, there's just massive landslide.
Really?
I so wish I would have been there for that. Like I wouldn't want
Do
to.
you have video of it? I want to see
Let
it.
me see. Probably find it.
While you find that, hey, Pictured Rocks Cruises is where they were. Dear Mike and Jay, Pictured Rocks at sunset are the best. Oh yeah, it does say from Tony. P.S. Grievance alert. Hotels that say pet friendly, but when you get there, they tell you dogs only. Dogs only. This is 2019. PSS, I love postcards. Pure Michigan. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a good point, though. That was home. Do we? You want to know an example of being honest? Fuck being honest ever. It's so annoying.
You say it if you just walked in, didn't say anything about.
Well, no.
tone.
Here's what happened. I originally when I made the reservation, I didn't know that we were going to go up with the whole family and Tony. You know what? We knew a week out that we were. I called the place up. They said, "Yep, pet friendly." I go, "Okay, sounds good." We get up there. It was supposed to be an extra $20 charge. We didn't do it when we checked in. We went to the room, and I said to my parents, I said, you know what? We were supposed to technically pay an extra $20. I'm going to go to the lobby and pay the $20 for the pets. And I go there, and
On
I
your card, Dad? Right? It was on your dad's
I mean, I
card.
paid for the hotel room, but no, I paid for the hotel. It was my
$20 came.
well, no.
It's important where this $20 is coming from. Where the $20 come from is this.
I walked. The room was on my credit card. Well, whatever. Okay, but I walked. The point is, I made the statement saying, you know what, we should do it. I went in there and I said, hey, we checked in already. I know you said I called up. You're pet friendly, but there's supposed to be an extra $20. We have a cat, and she goes, "Oh, we don't allow cats."
Don't
and then
you
I'm
think
like,
they would be more accepting of cats than dogs?
No, it's cat urine is the problem. If a cat whizzes on the floor, it'll ruin it.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
industrial
so,
strength.
So
Yeah.
it's like, and then I go like, well, okay, and we're sitting there, and then
So
we
what do
all
you
had to go
have to
talk to
leave?
them, and
Like-
we became this big long thing, and then where she finally got on the phone with somebody, and we're like, dude, we drove 7 hours to get up here, man, and now it's like, it wasn't a holiday weekend, but weekends up in Michigan like that.
Seems like you could have done just kidding kind of thing.
Yeah,
The
right.
hotel room.
Talked your way out of it.
Yeah.
Well, my first reaction when I walked in was I just walked up. I said that. She said, we don't allow cats. I go, oh.
Well, you should have come up
Okay.
with, well, I'll give it to my brother, and he's
take
going
it,
to.
yeah.
Well, I
college,
didn't
so-
do it. It doesn't matter. I didn't do that.
Okay, see you later.
No,
Have
the
a good
cat's
night.
not here yet.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
just-
you said something because driving up tomorrow, and I'll just make sure that they leave the cat.
Come
at
on,
home.
E.
Well, I
Comes back
didn't
to
do- it
thinking on
doesn't-
your feet, man.
Yeah, you could have saved this.
I didn't do that. But anyway, they finally agreed because the reality is we started looking around and there weren't even hotels with rooms because it's a Saturday night up north, Friday and Saturday night up north. And they finally agreed that they said as long as when we were not in the room, if we left him in his in his carrier, do you have a carrier? And they're like, so if all of you are out of the room, you have to leave him in his carrier. Now we ended up just leaving him in the bathroom with the door closed. But
course, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
But But my point is it's just one of these. It's just another fucking thing. We could have said nothing. We could have said nothing. But I said,
Yeah,
Let
Say
that
we
be a
were-
lesson. Let that be a lesson, everyone.
Absolutely, E.
I know.
Pet friendly is a bold statement. You would think,
Why didn't they just say dogs only? Or
Yeah,
or
I mean,
pet
can I
friendly?
bring my giant snake?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Apparently, it's something I've learned now, by the way, since then, because I've mentioned to a few people. Apparently, you have to ask hotels. Pet friendly regularly at hotels means dogs only, not cats.
Interesting.
Which is, I get the cat urine, so I do understand, but they should, I don't know why it's not just said flat out,
Yeah.
what the situation is.
No,
but
that's weird. I would think they would just say dogs, with
dog
some
friendly.
dogs up to this size, Pets. I mean, cats are pets, technically.
Right, they're definitely pets.
All right, let me see
Here's
Pictured
the
Rocks.
slice of Pictured Rocks cliff.
Oh my God, they're
collapse.
so beautiful. The pictured rocks are so incredible.
Yeah.
So it's going to be up here on the right.
So this is drone footage, no doubt, that just happens to be going by.
It's so funny when we were doing this. I was just like, I wonder how often something must happen. It must be, I don't know if it's every
we
50
go.
years. Yep.
Look at her go. And then there's
Wow.
kayaks
Yeah,
right
if you
there. See,
look,
just
you can
yards away. Watch the splashes.
Oh my God.
If you see, they're right here.
And E, you
Dude.
did this exact
I was,
tour.
dude, we were
Thank
right here.
God he wasn't there.
Oh my God.
I mean, at times we
could
were-
you not get close enough? That could have easily just killed those people.
Oh, if you were there, you would have been. We were close enough that I was touching them. Me and my dad would get right up against those things and be like, "Oh shit, we're touching
It's
those."
not like a museum. You're allowed to. You sure?
yeah.
So you
They
could
were-
have
we were allowed to.
potentially weakened them a little bit with.
Probably did. Were you knocking on them, E?
What were you doing, E? How hard did you
Tap,
rub
tap,
on them?
tap, tap.
These are amazing. Tap tap tap.
Okay, out of here.
It was. No, I don't know, man. We didn't knock on him.
Well, I mean, this is post your visit.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, you
Doesn't
just
just
said you were
happen.
touching all over them.
Jeez.
They were fine
This
for
stuff
millennia.
This stuff happens, Mike. They do fall once in a while.
Well, yeah, when people
People
fuck with them.
People need to go do that. By the way, the kayaking version and the cruise.
I
the
wonder if
Sunset-
those people
sunset
are
cruise.
scared to death.
Oh my god! It depends on like. I wonder how loud it was before they realized. Like, I don't know how much ahead of time they could tell, but that would have been crazy, man.
And Isis, you strongly recommended paying more for the kayak deal that gets
Yes,
you out there
dude.
and they take you out.
There's like several like kind of versions of guided tours you can do, or ones where you go out different parts of the pictured rocks, and like you just pay like $40 and you just. But like the one we did, they took you on this boat all the way to the start of the pictured rocks, and the boat like follows you along the pictured rocks, so you don't have to fucking none of this.
So you're getting out of a big boat into the kayak.
Yeah.
Was that hard for you, E? I could see
No,
that
it
being
would-
very hard
would
for
be
you.
hard. for me.
They had
Yeah.
they had this crazy system
They
on
have
the
like
boat,
a
dude.
slide?
Yes, dude.
Yes!
The-
Hell
no,
yes!
No, seriously. The kayaks
get in your
came,
kayak and
the
then they slide you down.
No. Well, what happened was the kayaks came from the top of the boat, down, and then it was like once we landed, like, when you were there, they were like closed up. Once they landed, these little chutes opened up, and there was this like contraction
You got it.
thing where they went down. Abort. I'm not going back to that word. Anyway, it went down the thing, and then like it went into this just like holding tank where there was like it was like in the water a little bit,
Yeah.
but you were like sitting, but you
And
were
then it
able to
just
sit
pulled
in it,
away and you were
yeah,
there.
and then you just
Fuck
pulled
yes.
out.
Wow. Yeah,
And the
that's
boat
cool.
follows you. So like I said, so like you do 2 hours of kayak. It's a 4.5 hour thing, but you don't get no fucking out and back. You get the whole fucking thing. You get
Well
the
put, E.
You don't like you don't have to do an hour out and then you see the same fucking
Yeah.
rocks the way back. You fucking get to see the
You missed that
whole
open
fucking
water
picture
crap.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So it's really fucking badass. And
That
then the
does sound-
sunset cruise. Oh my god. Like the
Yeah.
sun was setting on those things. I mean, you want to talk about some fucking body highs and shit. Just
Were you feeling it?
Just popping these.
Pretty
fucking-
emotionally?
Oh fuck yes.
Hashtag pure Michigan.
Exactly. Hashtag no filter needed.
Oh, God, Jesus. You aborted on contraption.
Contraption. Damn it! Now I said it. Well, I haven't aborted in like 2 weeks. I feel like I should have some built up.
Saved them up.
Yeah, you've saved up quite a few of them. Did you see the video that's going around, the business owner in Sacramento, California?
Oh, yeah. How she's
Dude.
moving out of the state.
Yeah, she's moving somewhere because
Because
she's
homeless people are just holing up in her window wells and stuff.
yeah,
Her
taking
doorways.
whizzes and shitting.
Which, by the way, Mike, would go back to when we were talking about Gardner yesterday, and you saying like, and a questioning of like, was it really necessary and blah, But this is the thing again. If you're a store owner and you're just calling and calling and calling,
Yeah.
eventually something does need to happen. You can't just always be like, hey, shoo.
So this
Well-
is a salon owner, right? This lady.
Hair salon owner, yeah.
It's a little
And-
different, but you know what I mean. I think.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Elizabeth Novak's her name, and she just, she's driving and filming herself, directly recording a message to the governor, Gavin Newsom or whatever. And she's like, I want to know what you're doing for Californians. It's a great video. It's great. If you guys want to watch it, it's awesome.
Sure.
Can you imagine?
This video is for Gavin Newsom.
The tube top doesn't hurt either.
I'm gonna wait
No.
for a response from you, but I'm not gonna stop messaging you,
Ah, that's awesome.
making videos to you, emailing you, writing you, calling you. I want to know what you're gonna do for us Californians. I have had a business in downtown Sacramento for 15 years, a successful business. I now have to leave my place of business. I have to close my shop. I own a hair salon. Yes, I can go do hair somewhere else, but it's not as convenient to my clients as downtown Sacramento is. Thank God I live an hour and 10, 20 minutes away from there. But I just want to tell you what happens when I get to work. I have to clean up the poop and the pee off of my doorstep. I have to clean up the syringes. I have to politely ask the people who I care for these people that are homeless, to move their tents out of the way of the door to my business. I have to fight
love
off
it, dude.
people that
Yeah.
push their way into my shop that are homeless and on drugs because you won't arrest them for drug offenses. I have to apologize to my clients as to why they can't get into my door because there's somebody asleep there, because they're not getting the help they need. I talked to the police officers. They told me to contact you. They want to do something and they can't. You change the laws. So I want to know what you're going to do for us, the ones that are unhappy. You want to make us a sanctuary state. You want to make it comfortable for everybody except for the people that work hard and have tried their hardest to get along in life, and now we have to change that because of your laws. Your liberal ideology is not working, and I don't know who you're trying to please. So while you sit in your $1 million home and you don't have to look at what we have to look at, there's hardworking people out there that have to deal with this on a daily basis. What are you going to do for us?
That's fucking awesome.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah.
Does that count as distracted driving?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed
Definitely.
like she was reading some bullet points there. And
I
Well, I
know.
don't think she was reading bullet points, but I think that you're filming yourself driving. It's definitely distracted.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine how frustrating that would be?
oh my God.
And these liberal policies. I mean, dude, I was telling you guys when I was out there in San Francisco walking around, Jen and I, walking on the street, and a guy literally in mid-conversation, as we walk by, pulls his pants down and starts taking a shit on the sidewalk. I mean,
Man,
dude,
that's so grim.
it's so grim, you know? And these people don't seem to care. It's just this whole fucking, yeah, man, woke, you know, we don't want to bug, they've got a drug problem. We don't want to arrest them. We don't want to, you know, they don't want to go inside. You know, you offer them help, the homeless people there, and they're like, they won't take it.
Right.
And then you're stuck with this shit, you know? These poor girl like this.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah. Yeah, that would not be fun to have to deal with on a daily basis. You imagine going to work, cups of urine. Cups of urine. Think about that. Someone's planning enough to piss into a cup and leave it on your on your doorstep.
Yeah, I mean that seems intentional, right? Like, why not just
Well,
you know,
she's
pee on
probably
the side of the
actually
building?
getting. There probably is there probably at the point where she's engaging them. So then they're like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" You know what I mean? If they're doing the cups thing.
I don't know. But shitting on the drive tents. Can you move your tent, sir, so I can open my doors for business?
Yeah.
Unreal. Unbelievable. I have a feeling that girl's going to be a superstar, though.
On Fox News.
On
So, I was
Fox,
gonna say,
that's
to-
going to get
to,
picked up by
certain
the
amount of
right. She's
people.
going to have a TV show
Yeah.
on fucking, you know,
Next on Hannity, the
Yeah.
girl from the hair salon.
Elizabeth whatever coming to us from Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
And then she'll
Tell
say
us
what she
again
did.
about Gavin Newsom's liberal policies.
Yeah, she will, and then her business will get protested, or firebombed.
Oh,
or
it's
something, you know what I
already
mean?
gonna happen. That's already gonna happen. Obviously, she
You know,
shouldn't even. She
that's a
shouldn't even be allowed to have a car.
That's
I mean,
a legitimate gripe, though. You know what I mean? Like,
course.
what are you doing for us? Stop worrying. I know you want to be all woke and shit, but this is ridiculous.
Mike, how
what are
dare
you doing
bring
for
logic
us?
into that? How dare you?
Well, she's a racist. Clearly, she's a racist
is that
against
racist?
homeless
I wonder what that
people.
is.
Selfish, racist.
Okay,
Is it
selfish for
unwoke?
sure.
Bigotry? Is bigotry mixed in
Well,
there?
how dare she, as a white woman, expect to own a business and not have some problems? You know what I mean?
Well,
I
it's,
mean, the fact that she even owns a business is kind of ridiculous.
is it?
I mean, come on.
I hope people that don't agree with her take to Yelp and give her 1 star or whatever Yelp reviews and shit all over. See if we can't ruin her business for her by going public, something like this. Anyway, did you see the Bodyguard, April Ryan, the CNN?
Yeah, I didn't even know who April Ryan was until I read
she-
this. I'm like, wow, she has bodyguards, huh?
She's some talking head idiot on CNN. Super anti-Trump. You know, just one of the. I think that's the only way to get into CNN now. Is
That's the first question in the interview.
Yeah.
And by the way, it would not be how do you hate Trump. It would have to be like a level of 1 to 10. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it better
Describe
be.
in your own words.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Right.
your
And
disdain
we'll
for
be the
President Trump.
judge whether you hate him enough.
Yeah. So she is doing a political speech or a keynote. She's doing a keynote speech in one of these like hotel convention things. You've all been to those boring ass things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she's there as one of the keynote speakers. And there's a local journalist there. And he works for some stupid little paper or whatever in town. And he's got a camera there and he's filming it. And he's filmed other speeches before hers. He's there with a press pass covering it for the media. And when she gets up to the stage, her bodyguard whispers something in her ear. And then she stops. She's like, yeah, people don't film me at my blah, blah, blah. And so he goes and roughs this kid up. And they are charging him. They're charging the bodyguard. Thank God. I'm glad. Check this. Check out the
I don't know
video.
which one you
got
want
it
to
there?
watch here, because this one, you don't really see much in this one, although you hear it, I guess. But then the other
Is
one,
that Jesse Jackson?
there's another video that you're by, that's by, like you said, by the, maybe like the desk or something, or so. You can let this
Yeah. It's always funny when someone starts to get manhandled and they don't want it, you know? Get your hands off me.
Oh, it's like,
yeah.
yeah, you broke my
You
glasses.
broke my glasses?
You broke my glasses. Can I get your guys' names?
Can I get you guys' names?
You're in big trouble, mister.
You body slammed me and broke my glasses.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
My glasses. I thought that was Jesse.
All right, so he's handing the podium over to Miss
April Ryan, yeah. Charlie Cradaville is the young man filming,
Okay,
and Joel Morris is the bodyguard.
here's Miss Ryan. I've never seen her in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
It, mu-
Congressman.
Pretty arms.
gorgeous. I was wondering how I was going to phrase that.
You're going
You beat me
sleeveless?
to it.
You going sleeveless,
Really?
April?
It's so wonderful to be here.
We're going sleeveless, really.
You just don't know. To all the elected officials, hello.
So this is on a tripod, this film, right? I mean,
I think so, yeah.
here's
Yeah, those motherfuckers filming you and shit. Get your hands off.
so she's gonna wait.
What I will say, when I speak,
Oh,
I do not.
Broke my glasses?
I don't have these.
Just kind of sounds like that.
Don't you dare put that down, sir.
Don't you dare.
What a pussy.
And I want to speak.
he's gonna win the day with his professionalism.
Someone call the police.
Sir, sir. So the camera's just going everywhere.
Yeah.
He's out the door at this point. Oh, that hurt.
Don't touch my camera.
Do we have a camera angle that's not his?
Well, I asked
no,
Mike
no,
which
no, no,
one. I
keep
asked
Now
going.
it's like the camera's just tumbling
Well,
from 30,000
this is
feet out
just-
of an
Yeah,
airplane.
you're worried about seizing. I get it.
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you want me to do? There's
No,
the-
play it because he
Okay.
starts arguing here, and then we'll go to the other camera.
Yes.
Man, touch my camera.
Is that an elevator door?
Perhaps
What are we looking at?
a butt crack.
That is a ceiling, a floor.
No, you can have my camera. Give me my
His
camera.
voice.
Give me my camera. Let go of my camera. Thank you.
That is my property.
Don't touch it, please. Give me some space.
I'm telling you right now, you're
Can
not
I have
allowed back
security
in that
come
room.
over here? You need him out.
It's gone black.
I need this guy to get out right now. How dare you come in here
Listen.
and disrupt this event like this? No, you get out of here right now, right now.
I was given permission by this man.
Grown adults arguing like this.
Don't you dare touch my camera.
Don't touch it.
Don't you. Let's go outside. This guy is
Now you can tell when someone's being grabbed.
Right.
Professionalism be damned.
Yes.
I'm now defending my honor.
Call the police. Someone call the police.
I was an invited
I was
guest.
an invited guest.
Yo, dude, what is your name?
What is your name? That's always.
What is your name?
Yeah, because he forget it.
Do people remember that person's?
This man just assaulted me.
It's bizarre. You say he had a press pass and everything.
Yeah.
Huh. She's just a CNN talking head.
Yeah.
That's all this chick is.
Yeah. With a bodyguard.
Yeah.
As if people like you. How many people even know what that idiot looks like?
Please don't
What's your
allow
name, sir?
him back in.
What's this guy's name? This guy just assaulted me.
Hold on, calm down.
Are you calling the police?
So where's the other camera angle? Because it's closed circuit, I believe. But you see the guy drag him out.
Scruff of the neck.
Yeah. And flailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Just broke my glasses. I want your name.
All right,
Get your
here we
hands
go.
off me,
So
sir.
this is closed circuit from above the hotel lobby. And that's the guy carrying the camera right there?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so. It says,
Pardon me, guys.
There he is.
You have
Stole my camera?
Give me my camera. Give me my camera.
give me my camera, that's not yours.
Camera. Let go of my camera. Thank you.
This is a lose-lose for everyone involved.
Yep.
No one's a winner here.
Give me my space.
Look at this chick all glammed up.
Yeah.
Floor-length sequin dress.
Yeah.
Don't you dare touch my camera.
Seriously, what is he doing with the camera? Let the guy's camera alone. I don't understand. There he goes. There he goes.
Against my will.
He's doing the thing where he's not moving his feet. He's standing firm, but because the floor is slick and he has dress shoes on, the guy's just pushing him along.
Just pushing him along.
Watching it.
Isn't that great? No.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
No.
Stop. Nope. Stop.
They're like doing shoot the duck, essentially.
Yes.
They're in shoot the duck position.
Oh my God.
Human beings.
I know.
Like, and it's like, for what? Because the one guy's filming this girl, and she doesn't like it, but he...
Honestly, what right does that dude have to touch the guy's camera?
None.
You know, just
Zero
leave him
right.
alone. He's out. Okay,
Which
bye-bye.
is why he's being
It's
charged.
ridiculous.
He's being charged with theft, assault, harassment.
What an ignorant fuck.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, it's just absurd. And she's one of these, like, won't shut up about how people are being attacked because of Trump's words and stuff, and media are under attack. And she is still, a week later, not condemned her bodyguard at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is nice, you know. But yeah, it's the bigger picture. It's like, dude, really? We're all adults here. Really? I mean, we're such assholes.
What are you doing in your life? What are you doing? Just like, even with him getting kicked out, he shouldn't have been kicked out. But you know what? Why don't you just do it? And then when you walk away, tell a story about it. Walk out with them and then tell the fucking story
How
about
about you just let it be filmed? Like, what kind of crazy shit are you planning on saying that you're worried about it being
Well,
filmed?
I agree, but I'm saying
Yeah,
on both
right?
sides, though. That's my, like, I'm just saying, you know what, okay, even on his side, though, I just think, like,
Did you say this was a lunch event? Because I got a problem with that floor-length sequin gown
Really?
that the coordinator was wearing.
I don't know if
She
I
was
said-
way overdressed for any sort of lunch event.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a lunch or a dinner. If that was dinner,
Well, then April was underdressed, sleeveless.
sleeve, and she shouldn't be allowed to be like. And that's
Well, it
that's
says-
on J.C. Penney when she goes to buy that top. They should go, sorry, ma'am, no.
No,
You know,
we don't make it in that size. Number
yeah.
one.
Clearly, those arms are not meant to be viewed by human eyeballs. So we're just going to save you the trouble and not let you purchase that.
On the surveillance camera here, the one that was closed circuit, to me, it looks like it says 8/3/2019 Saturday, but it says 20:33:46, which probably means 20, you know,
Yeah, 8
at
PM.
night, whatever, yeah.
8 p.m. So that was
Military
okay.
time. Yeah.
Still seems a bit. I mean, there's a stark difference. That's like, you know.
Yeah, between the sequins and between the speaker's attire, that was strange.
Yeah. So that was. Let's see, what was it? Shit, I can't remember. It sounded like something we'd really want to be at too. She was invited there, and
Yeah, looks like it.
pass.
I'd pay not to be there.
Yeah, that poor cameraman. All right, you think we can do that, Jay?
This is the time in the show
I know,
where we have
but-
to just ease us.
I'll look at my phone. That's
Shut
easy.
the fuck up for a second so we can insert
Need
Twin
like
Peaks.
5 seconds, but I've
30
got to
seconds.
see the flat line, and so if he starts giggling, I can't.
All
So
right.
you guys ready?
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. He did it.
Wow.
He did
I'm
it.
looking at my phone.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Javi,
I can always look at my phone.
Get a big smile, his grill.
Look at Snapchat or something.
is that what you did?
Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies.
Dead puppies, don't laugh, don't giggle. Have you seen this dude over the last week or so, 2 weeks? They've been arresting more and more people, these nut jobs that are threatening to, like, mass shootings.
Oh, the 15-year-old boy?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So one kid, one guy is he's texting his ex-girlfriend. Hundreds of texts about how he can't wait to die in a blaze of glory. He wants to set the all-time record for killing at least 100 people.
See something, say something.
Yeah. And finally, she did. And the cops did something and arrested his ass. And I hope they throw the book at these guys. This kid's on a gaming site, I guess. What is this? Like, the kids talk to each other through the headsets or something?
Yeah. It's embarrassing. If you ever watch someone do this, it's really embarrassing.
Really?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it. But yeah, he threatened, they say he threatened on a gaming site to bring his father's assault weapon to a Florida school to shoot 7 people, at a minimum. At least 7 people. So body cam shows them. What he said was, I, Dalton Barnhart, vow to bring my father's M15 to school and kill 7 people at a minimum. So yeah, do we have the video there? What is his mom thinking, by the way?
God.
He's just teasing.
I know,
He's
man.
not one of the bad ones. Yeah, he is. Fuckface. The problem is you all think your kid's perfect.
There's a lot of apologizing parents out there, yeah, no matter what their kid does.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're blind to it.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? Obviously, as a parent, he's not one of those crazy ones. Says who?
Right.
Says you, Mom. And you're clearly able to look past a lot. Go ahead, E.
Okay. I, Dalton Barnhart, vow to bring my father's M15 to school and kill 7 people. And Falcon Warrior
Nice
920.
socks, Dalton.
Who's that?
they're bold.
Go ahead and
bold for shorts.
He's under arrest currently for
Boom.
making a threat to cause a mass shooting / act of terror. It's a
Cause a mass shooting?
Yes. He made a statement, a written threat to plan or to carry out a mass shooting.
But he's just a little kid playing a video game.
And
Yeah.
all these
So
kids keep
far.
getting
With a shitty
arrested.
mother.
That's why the FBI and the local law enforcement is spending
That's how these things happen, lady.
Because how do we know he's not going to be the kid from Parkland? He's not going to be the next kid, the kid that shot up Sandy Hook. We don't know that. So when you withdraw the attention to you by making these statements as they may be jokes, I mean, I wouldn't expect the kid to go, yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm going to go shoot everybody up. No, when they're caught, it's a joke. I didn't mean it. It's a joke.
Yep.
That's when you're caught.
But these games, these kids say stuff like that all the time. It is a joke to them. It's a game.
Guess
and
what?
it's so
Guess what?
wrong.
My time
I
in
hate
law
that game.
enforcement is spent doing is arresting these kids for making these statements all the time.
Yep.
And for stopping acts too, as well.
Okay.
So that's what our job is to make contact, because these kids think it is a game or a joke, so they go ahead and make these comments.
But it's just a comment. So how is there an arrest?
There's a Florida state statute that says you cannot make a written threat to cause a mass shooting, act, or kill or harm anybody else.
Ooh.
The
Ouch.
legislature has chosen to
Well, he
do
didn't
that.
cause or
Yeah.
act or do anything, though.
No, he didn't
He
do
made a
anything.
statement too.
He's a good
It's a
boy.
written statement. It's a written threat to kill or to make a mass shooting or act of terror.
Yeah.
Start getting
So
your
if I
bail
get on
money
there and
together.
say,
Yeah,
I pledge
okay.
ISIS and I'm going to blow everybody up. That's the same charge.
It's a felony.
as, you know what, man? I'm fed up. I'm going to go to school tomorrow and shoot up my school. So
But he's just a
he'll be going to
kid.
CJJ.
Look at that straight from casting
juvenile jail.
sheriff.
I
I know,
For-
right? Central casting, the mustache, the
several
shades.
days.
Yeah.
Everything. You can just,
Affirmative.
Right.
And we're going to go from there. The charge is a felony.
His hands on his belt buckle.
Yeah.
It might be a second
It's
or
perfect,
third degree.
yeah,
I have to
yeah.
double check because.
But his sideburns are
moved?
straight across.
Has he moved, honestly?
He might be a cardboard cutout.
I don't
He
think
might
he's
be.
moved
A little boy.
an inch.
He's a
Do
kid.
anything wrong? Yes, he's 15. He's still a little boy, and he's not.
Yeah,
one of
just
the
a little
crazy
boy.
people that are doing stuff.
Okay, well, he did.
Some
what
of those
he
other
did.
kids last week.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be
Mom,
treated as though he is
the cop is a cardboard
careless
cutout.
or something because
He's not
He
really
just
there.
brought he just brought a Mike Lindell cutout to the scene with him.
Put a hat on it,
to make it look like
glasses.
he's had backup.
I understand.
Finally
that,
moved his
but-
head one way or the other.
Knocked on the door. It appears there are two officers standing
He's
here.
not that person.
He's at best a Muppet. There's no way that's a real human being.
You imagine if he goes to take the kid away and just pulls him up, puts the other cop under his arm, folds him in half,
No, but
puts him in
I
the back
know.
seat.
But I know.
Most parents have it, ma'am. We're going to take him. He's going to go to our
No!
operations center.
I would say
and
at
we
this
will go
point,
from there,
can you let the
but
kid
this is where
change
we're
the
at. This
socks?
is where
He's
we
gonna
live in,
get
where
his butt
people think
fingered
it's funny
harder
to
for
say,
those
"I'm gonna go
socks.
kill
I would agree with
Hard
it.
on the socks, man.
The socks are big right now.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
kids,
say.
The kids
like,
are wearing crazy
I'm not saying
socks.
you have to like it,
You
but
think
that's
the
what-
kids in the youth center, the
Yes.
detention
Dude,
room, are
listen,
wearing?
Manny walked out of the house the other day with Panther socks on, okay?
Yeah.
These things happen.
Was he going to jail?
No.
See, if he's going to jail, I would say no. That's not a smart move. I think
Why?
you
Why is
want to
it
be
different?
understated. Well, get your butt fingered then. I don't care, E, if that's the way you want to do it, but. Oh, the other cop's talking now.
This guy's not going to do it, and then it happens.
back
and then
up a
we
little
say,
bit,
well,
or-
No, that's all right.
We had the
Yeah,
chance.
but I'm telling you right now, this is not my son. My son and I are like this, and it's just us. It always has been, and it's not my son. He's a little boy still.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
Just a
and
little
you're
boy.
emotional.
He's high intellect and smart mouth.
Well, that's
And
what
you know
got him
what?
caught up.
The grown-ups on these games goad them into these things, which is what happens.
boy.
Yeah, it's an
Jesus
excuse for
Christ,
anything.
you
You
know
know what?
There.
This is what happened. How do you decide when someone's going to shoot someone? We
I
got to
know.
do something.
I know.
Yeah.
Lady.
You know what my parents would have done, or your parents would have done?
Oh
had
my
the cops
God, dude.
showed up at the house. I mean,
See ya.
I would have rather gone with the cops, to be honest with you.
yeah. My
And stay
parents
at
would
home.
have. You did what on a gaming site, you little fucker? we'll take it from here, officer. And the cops would probably let them do that. Just like, well, you're going to get your ass kicked way more by them than us. Like my
my parents wouldn't have done that. They would have sent me to jail.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Allowed me to go.
No, I'm saying I would have gone to jail. I was saying I would have almost rather gone to jail than stay home. Is what I was trying to say.
Basically, what we're all saying is our
Yeah.
parents would not have excused or made any type of excuses for our shit behavior like that. You know, and that's a lot of people think a lot of the problem is these parents that are willing to excuse.
Yeah, and you can understand like the that is your knee-jerk reaction. Like, oh fuck no, you know he didn't mean. Come on, you know I can take care of it at home. Don't take him away. This is huge pain in the ass. It's going to be on his record. This and that. It's going to.
See, she said different. You're right. If she'd said more things like she didn't say things like
but
to
then
me.
she starts,
like,
excusing it all, and this,
exactly.
you know, oh, adults goad him into it. Like, oh, stop.
Right,
Does your
no.
husband have one of those guns? Does
Yeah.
he really have that? Because that sort of lends some credence, if so.
I don't know if he does. Yeah, he's just a kid playing a video game. No, he's not just a kid playing a video game. He's a kid making a fucking threat of a terrorist attack, basically,
these
on
things
his
have
school.
they have to be taken seriously.
In Florida. Okay, Parkland just happened there. Christ's sakes.
I wonder, you know, he didn't like fully put him under the arrest, you know, right away. And honestly, I do wonder if they had met with him and the mom was there, and it would have been serious. Like the mom was like, seriously, you know, blah, you know, like, taking it to not excuse, like Jay said, excuse it. If she would have been like, wow, you know, really, John, you're going on, you know, shit like this. Officers, oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know.
Have they
like,
done something short of arresting him? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
I just wonder if they would have.
I think they're arresting a lot of these people.
Okay.
I think they are. They're felonies, you know, to make.
I mean, you gotta start making you gotta start
Dude,
making...
you have to. We've all been saying like, oh, the signs have been there. How did no one react? How come, you know, this guy was in trouble with the law all the time? He's been purchasing guns. He's, you know, making threats to everybody. Everyone in school, nobody's surprised. They all knew who it was immediately. They all said that shit. Well, who knows with this kid? They don't know. The FBI gets a call. They call local law enforcement, and law enforcement they'll go over there. And I think finally.
If nothing's happened, his juvenile record will be sealed. Everything will be all right.
Everything will be fine.
Let's get to the bottom of it, though.
And maybe, just maybe, he won't be doing that again online.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I bet he learns a valuable lesson. He's just a boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's not such a good boy.
Hey everybody, get a 2-pack of MyPillow's premiums for $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on podcast, radio, or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com. MyPillow.
Yes.
Promo code TDC. That's the key. Use TDC promo code.
Did you see the guy that fell to his death out of a Hyatt?
Yeah.
Regency Hyatt or Hyatt Regency?
Hyatt Regency, I think they're called.
Hyatt Regency.
In Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this fine gentleman was seen by a maid exposing himself, was it?
Yeah. It's really important. Look at my dick. Look at my dick.
And instead of just, turning yourself in and going, live to fight another day, my man went balcony to balcony.
Attempted to go balcony to
balcony on the 10th floor.
He tried to go balcony to balcony. Yeah. He didn't do it, though.
Yep.
We've seen that in movies, like,
So, I mean, you guys said it was a look at my... I mean, was he, like...
He exposed himself to one of the maids.
And then she said, you.
No,
hey,
she called security.
Okay.
Security come up to have a little chat with him. He went, and ran.
Okay.
And tried to jump.
There were photos of his exposed penis, erect penis being sent. There were also photos of women's breasts being sent back to him.
So they, like, come to the door, maybe, and he, like... busts out.
I don't know if they got him in a
balcony.
hallway. Who knows? Dude?
Okay.
There's not too many details.
We don't have the chase route.
But he ends up on the balcony.
He ends up on the 10th floor balcony.
Oh my God!
Tries to leap to another.
I'm getting queasy just thinking about trying to make that jump. Like,
who wouldn't? You know, like at some point you do a cost benefit and you go,
yeah,
fuck, yes, all right, they got me.
They probably wouldn't have even honestly.
Probably a misdemeanor,
right? I mean, if he really does, they might not even been that unless he had something in his past. Yeah. It might have really just been like, yo, did you do this? And we're like, or whatever. And like, well, you know what I mean? Like,
plead it down to a misdemeanor, and pay $1,000 or something.
Think about his wife or whatever at home, who's going to get a knock on her door from a law enforcement agent.
Sorry to inform you,
man, but your husband is no longer with us.
Well, oh my God, what happened?
What happened?
Tell me what happened exactly. What happened?
I want to know exactly what happened. Please, spare me no details. Oh. And he's got to explain to her, all right, look. He, for whatever reason, decided to whip his dick out to a pretty gross maid, to be honest with you. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know how he would word it. Decided to whip his dong out to a maid.
You guys ever seen a non-gross maid? By the way,
Dude, that was my next
I didn't
question.
want to
Yeah,
disparage
I have seen a few.
all maids.
I've
but
seen-
You counting pornos? Because I've seen some in porns.
right, the French maid outfit.
Yes,
No, I'm
yes.
talking like real motel maid.
No, I have.
No.
I have
Like,
seen a
I've-
few cute ones.
Most of them really
I know.
look like they really don't want to be there.
Yeah,
And
they don't.
This is the last thing they want to be doing, and yeah,
It's-
no,
I
I'm
know
not
it's
seeing a good
rare.
one. I'm not seeing a good one.
No,
I have, but it's rare.
really.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
What do you
very.
consider a good one? Like
I remember very specifically one time I was staying at a hotel. It might have been last year when I was like up by myself in a place for 2 nights. But I very specifically remember that there was this one that was like probably in her 20s. You know, kind of had. I don't know. She seemed like she had kind of a punk look to her or whatever.
Just think
and-
about propositioning her. Okay.
Yes.
Point over to the bed. Huh?
Already got a room. You know I can afford the room.
I remember trying to think if there was a way I could like somehow joke with her.
Order more
and-
towels,
or
man.
something.
Hey,
I don't.
lady, I'm missing a mint.
I don't know. You're right.
There's
I-
not a mint on my pillow.
Yeah, I remember.
That way you get her into your room. I'm out of toilet paper
Mint
again.
on your pillow. I don't stay at places
Lure
that have the
her
mint on
to your
pillow.
lair.
There you go.
Wowie.
Close the door behind
I don't
her.
remember how much I thought about it, but I do remember that I did. I just remember, and like I said, rare, of course.
You
of
fantasize
course.
for a moment.
Yeah,
about
for a,
banging the
se-
hotel
for a
maid.
quick second, I was like, is there a way I could have enough confidence to go up and hit on this girl?
Did you ask her to wash her hands first? Like, you just got done cleaning that toilet. Can you just
Yeah.
kind of wash up a little bit?
He wouldn't care. If I gave you guys, you have one word to describe what, like when you think of a hotel
Frumpy.
mate.
Frumpy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
homely.
Homely? Okay. Frumpy.
But frumpy is better.
Dare I say desperate? You
Well-
know, just kind of like, it's the last
I
place they
think
want to
that's-
be.
Yeah, but a lot of people go to work and it's the last place they want to be. You know,
Yeah, I don't
But
think.
that's a job. Not a lot of people want to do that job. Not a lot of people
I
want
think-
to be there.
I think I've mentioned it, but it could have been a long time ago. But like there was a period where I was really I was desperate to find some job, and I actually did it for one day.
Wait,
At
what?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this one time before.
no,
Yeah, I really
maybe.
do. I don't mind telling it again. I'm just saying I believe
You
I
worked at a
mentioned it
hotel-
for one day.
As a maid.
Yes, it was. It was.
I've never
what do they
heard
call
this.
him? A mater?
And here's the thing, like,
What is a
swear to
man
God-
made?
I swear to God, I wonder, like, not saying I didn't get the
A
job
mode?
because I wasn't a
know.
certain type of person they were looking for, but like, I wonder if they can do this sometimes and just get a free day. Because what happened was
It's your tryout day.
well, yeah, I called up, or filled out the app, and they, call you up, come in this day, and I had to go through a whole day. Like, I had to show up there at 7 in the morning.
When
and-
was this, roughly?
Fuck, this was
10 years ago?
No, oh God, now it's getting there. It was right before I started working at Meyer overnight, so it was
like
I'm trying
10
to
years
think.
ago, 8,
yeah,
10
like
years.
2000.
So you had to go- you had
So
to-
maybe 2008ish.
So you had to go there for training all day?
Yeah, like I had to do a whole day. I think, and then they were going to decide
What
that the
hotel
maid was
chain
going to
was
let
this?
her. I don't remember, but it was in one of the ones in Wixom.
How can you not remember?
Yeah.
I'm trying. I
You have
drive
to-
by it
every
every
time
day
you drive by,
still.
yeah.
I just can't remember.
Did you get to-
I think
did-
it's changed since then.
Did you have to wear the apron?
No, I don't remember what I
Did you
wore.
push a big cart?
Yeah, I mean, I had to do like they showed me like a room or two, and then after that, I had to pull all the things off, and then do
Did
the.
you find anything gross? Anybody
No, I
eat a
don't remember
steamer in the
anything.
bed?
Nah, I don't.
Do you think you did a good job cleaning up?
I mean, they didn't call me back, so.
No, the answer is no.
But I swear to God, I had this weird.
They didn't pay you for the one day?
No, I didn't get paid for that day either.
They
because-
owe you that money.
Oh, for sure. I technically probably should have gotten something. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, what am I going to do? Call back up and get what? $30, $45?
No,
Yeah.
not now, but then, yes.
Send a message, man. I would go in there now.
Well,
Say,
I think it's
I-
changed names since
I have
then,
a
but-
grievance to file with someone. Can I see your man? They'll probably just give you $30. They probably wouldn't even.
I
just,
wish
like,
I could.
get you out of there.
I wish I could
See if
remember
you can
more
go
about it,
in
honestly.
and just
Dad, I'm
request getting paid for that
I'm
day.
telling you, it's changed names. I'm almost certain it's changed names since then. But I actually do wish, and I wish I could remember more about the day. I don't really remember that much. I know that it was like probably 7 to like noon-ish or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know.
So where
that
do you think you really failed? Like, where, if you think back on the
I
day,
don't
was
think
there
I
a moment
failed that
where you're
bad.
like, yeah,
maybe making
get
the
it.
bed, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. Other than that,
you would suck at making the bed.
That's what I said. Maybe
Yeah.
making the bed.
you would suck at cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
cleaning
good
the
at
bathroom.
No, you kidding me? I'm good at that shit.
Really?
Yes.
Scrubbing down a tub and
Yes. I'm good at manual stuff like that. If
I know
it's
you can
real-
sweep. I know you can vacuum, but I don't
good
know
at
that like.
stuff. I don't like to do it, but I'm good at it. I mean, I know I am. That stuff is not stuff I would
Well,
have been
clearly
bad at.
you aren't you.
I'm telling you, I
aren't
thought it was a
working
scam.
there.
I remember thinking afterwards, like that it was just a scam. That they pull in people once in a while,
Yeah.
and just like
get a free day's
get
work
a
out
free
of them.
day's work.
They lure people in.
I
Yeah.
swear to God.
They take out.
Maybe
They take.
not. Maybe not.
Unsuspecting people.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't get the job anyway.
Well, that's
in
what I was
reality,
going to ask
but
you.
I mean,
After a half a day of doing that, were you were glad?
you
that,
know what? I think I would have rather done that job than the Midnight's job at Meyer that I ended up getting like a few weeks later. Because of just the hours. Midnights are so. I don't know how people do them. I don't know how people do those shifts.
Yeah,
So,
it's tough.
but it wasn't that bad to me because I've always felt like in a way it was kind of. You know, there was a pressure though. Those rooms needed to be done fast. Like I do remember that. I remember like let's go.
Yeah.
Did you eat too many mints?
I don't even fucking like mints.
Yeah, you did something.
I don't know.
You
Well,
did
whatever.
something.
It all worked out, I guess. But
You know, when you think of a housekeeper too, the maid at a La Quinta, you know, or
no, and there is a difference to me between when you get to those. There's levels of it where it's like if you get to like the, some real high end.
I don't feel like there is.
Nah, it's the same big ass cart and the same frumpiness behind it. Usually,
I guess you're right. I'm trying to
Aren't they,
think.
haven't they been through enough? That you think about that woman's day, because you're right. To your point, Jay, it never looks like they want to be there.
No.
And you're gonna whip
Isn't
your
that
dick out in
something
front
you
of them.
aspire to.
That's the last thing she needs to see is your dick and balls.
I'll
The
say-
last thing.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I
say
mean?
I'm gonna say this. I've been recently. I've stayed at a decent amount of hotels this summer, and I've recently, other than one, the people that have been doing the breakfast area, I've run into some ones that are really friendly and have been. Maybe they weren't happy to be, but they were just really faking it very well. Like
Were
Setting up
these
the powdered
maids?
eggs and things like that.
these are a little like the one I just stayed at for my sister's one was actually pretty nice. It was theirs had like actual, but vegetarian omelets and oatmeal and make your own pancake. But the lady was seriously walking around just asking everybody how you doing.
Good
Yeah.
hospitality.
I think that's front desk lady, not maid.
No, it's not. It's not front desk lady, and it's not maid. It's a whole separate job.
Oh, she's just the
There's people that definitely is.
Yeah, and you got to be
Because it's like
is
8
the
it's
job,
like
is
5 hours a
pretending
day.
like you're happy,
Right, because it's really like probably 7 hours a day because they probably, the breakfast runs from, 7 to 10 plus the hour or so before, hour or so after or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm glad you've had good service this
No,
summer.
for real. And that's, I do like it. When I really do appreciate it. For working jobs that I've worked, when someone's nice like that, I really will then be like, oh, good. I'll respond well to that.
It's refreshing, isn't
it?
it?
It is.
yeah.
It is
well,
nice.
it's unexpected.
Yeah.
Comes out of left field. They're working, you're not, and when they're in a
the
good
job,
mood,
man. I've worked a lot of those jobs, and like the job that they're working at the hotel breakfast is very similar to when I worked. My first job was this big boy in Union Lake when I did the breakfast bar, and because when I first did that, I was like 15, and I just did just Saturday, Sunday, 6 a.m. to like noonish. And at the time, that big boy was really pretty popular. Like, it was doing very well. And that was fucking, like, here I'm making, like, minimum wage. And, dude, it is stressful and to be, like, nice to people. To be like, are you bringing our eggs out? And you're just, I'm seriously sweating. I'm, like, running to them. And, like, I had to, like,
That's when you snapped, right?
I could
When you
do
were making
waffle-
milkshake, when you got asked to make all the milkshakes?
No, that was years later. Dude, that was years later.
He had his falling down moment.
I would be able to make like waffles, and I would be able to make a certain amount of things, but some of the stuff I had to go to the cooks in the back, and I'm like a 15-year-old kid going back to these grizzly Mexicans in the back, like, can you guys make some pancakes for the bar? And they'd be like, fucking, okay, kid, we'll do it when we do it. And I'm just sitting here like, this guy's yelling at me, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't know, man. They
tough
want them.
situation.
Yeah.
They fucking want them. I
can
don't
see
know.
it, those guys with the hairnets in the back, fucking 45-year-old man,
I was
full-grown
so
ass
skinny
man.
too bad. Like I was, 6'2", 170 pounds. I'm just walking back there like, can I have some pancakes and French toast for the bar? And they'd be like, we'll get to it when we get to it. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like I said, this other dude's yelling at me. You got some French toast coming? And it's like,
Well, you're front of store.
I know.
You're front of house. So
People need those jobs though. I do think that's something that when you miss it, when you see kids that never had to work a job like that.
Yeah.
Even your guys, where you have to be somewhere and you can't just call in or something. I think people that don't have that, you can tell sometimes.
for sure, being responsible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Responsibility's good, E.
I know.
Everyone's got to graduate from the paper route at some point.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's good. God, this fucking... What's the deal with the gay conversion camps? I can't believe these are still a fucking thing.
Yeah,
I like,
Like I
remember
said-
when we had that Jeff kid in here that did comedy? He had a joke about that and the notion of like, because it's like, dude, it's not a choice. So you're just bringing these kids to an area. I'm like, oh wow, there's 80 gay kids.
you just took fucking the hard part of dating out of the equation.
Right.
You just threw them all in a room together.
I guess before we started talking, I'd never really heard of that, honestly.
Yeah.
This idea that you could convert people.
This is
Send them to
hilarious.
At a camp
Yeah.
where you will not suck dicks, and you will. I know you think you like it, but you don't.
Hold on. Let go of that dick, son.
I know you think you like it, but it's wrong.
Yeah. I want to know what they do. Well, I know what this guy did, because this guy,
I put him to work, right?
Gary Wiggins and his wife Megan were indicted a year after 8 boys they looked after in the Joshua Home, a Christian nonprofit which they ran in Texas, were removed from their care. The pair had been putting them to work at a lawn maintenance company and making them, when they were bad, you know, like if you got caught sucking a dick or something, I'm assuming you're
I
jacking,
know. How do you decide?
jacking another guy off.
You're on weed whip duty now, buddy.
Yeah.
You're right though. Like
They would make them stare at walls if they misbehaved. And misbehaving, I'm assuming, is like if you walk in and he's fingering another boy's butt, you know, it'd be like, turn around, stare at the wall.
short of like yeah, you're right. Like I wonder what for real what the behavior they would catch of it, like making out,
Lispy?
giving
Would being lispy at the dinner table count as misbehaving?
A lispy sprite.
walk in all of a sudden you're like, I think his hand is touching his you know under his pants. It sure as fuck is. There's a hand job going
Is he
on
hard
there.
right now? That's God damn it! I can tell he's hard. Yeah.
You better be thinking of women if you got a hard on. What are you looking at him for?
What are you thinking about, dude? It's so funny. These guys are in like Mississippi, and then they get kicked out of there. They're in Alabama. They open a new one. All the boys run away. Probably
All the
together.
very inclusive, or most inclusive states in the country.
The boys were saying he would do stuff like beat them with a belt to get the demons out of them.
Oh,
He was,
man.
I'm just trying to beat the gayness out of you. He was trying to beat the gay demons out of the boys. I'm going to get the demons out of them and make them straight. I just question Mr. Wiggins. Like, dude, you seem way too hung up on this gay thing.
Yeah, usually these are the
You know
guys
what I
who
mean?
get caught, right, in a bathroom
He's got-
stall
he's got
somewhere.
some-
Minnesota
Yeah.
airports.
Yeah.
He's
With
got
a
some
wide
dungeons.
stance.
Tapping his foot 3 times.
Is-
More often than not. Seriously, these guys, man.
He's probably got some dungeon in his house where he just fucking, it's all penises and shit. And he's
Yeah.
just like,
Too close to it, man. You're just too close to it.
Makes you wonder.
You know, why do you find the need to be surrounded by gay boys all day? You know? I'm gonna beat the demons out of you. Yeah.
just doing his part.
Yeah, doing his part, sure. Police say
society.
that their hands have been tied because the child care programs operated by religious organizations are not bound by inspections or regulation because they don't have to be licensed. So, and they said, when questioned about hitting the boys, he said, well, maybe I swatted them. Maybe I swatted them, but I had permission from the parents.
What's the going rate for something like that? You get your kid in a camp like that or a program like that?
Gay conversion?
Yeah, I mean,
It's, well, it's not, you know, that's costs money to operate. You know what I mean?
Well, and the problem,
And what's their success rate?
That's what I was
long
just
term?
going to
You
ask.
know what I mean? Like,
they-
what kind
they-
of success numbers?
the
can
parents
they give
pay
you?
all this money, you're right. And then it's like, they come back and he, you know, 2 months later they catch him
what's
sucking
the
a dick. That they
recidiv-
call him up and go, yo, hello.
Hey, man.
the recidivism rate is pretty high, I imagine.
You imagine parents coming back 2 weeks later. I caught him with another dick in his mouth. Jesus Christ! What are you guys doing over here, Wiggins?
What did my
Wiggins just grabs his
$1,500 go to?
Yeah, I wonder what the price is.
He pulls his belt off. Yeah, I mean, he's got to have customers coming back to the house, knocking on the door, going, I think you made mine gayer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're doing in there, but he's gayer now than when I
Didn't
brought him
work.
here. Something's wrong. Can he come in for a refresher course or something? Can you take him for the weekend? I'm trying to look it up.
Just a tune-up. Needs a tune-up.
Yeah, he needs a quick tune-up, but I'm not paying for it. Yeah, I thought he said, I thought it said in here, like, he claimed that, like, 8 of 10 will ungay.
Ungay.
Yeah, just to get the hell out of there for a second, right?
Yeah.
And then they go back to their gay ways, I'm
Yes.
They will ungay.
Well-
how does he judging
Right.
that, really. Like, I mean, what is he?
He makes them watch gay porn for hours on end, and he just looks for wiggle room in their
Boner
pants.
check.
He's just doing boner checks. Yeah, he was. Let's see. Fuck, what was the other thing? Are you looking it up, E?
I'm trying, but I.
Yeah, some parents were saying he was not to be trusted. The boys were saying that when questioned by.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a shock.
No, where is it? Oh, the Joshua Home in Missouri is one. It's affiliated with a nonprofit that helps the homeless. He can help them get the gay out too. Shit, there was one more thing I wanted to say about it. Some of the parents were writing on his thing like, oh yeah, through prayer, he really fixed my kid and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey parents, you're in for a nice little surprise. You might want to, before you go posting that on his website, you might want to wait a little bit longer to see if it really took. So my guess is it won't. So what do you got, E?
I don't know, man. I can't.
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, how we doing for email?
Hey, we do have some email. Before we to that, however, we have received additional posts.
Whoa!
Well,
for
look
the
at
love
this.
of fuck!
It's USS Silversides. It's a submarine museum in Muskegon.
It's kind of a
better than
cool
that?
looking post.
You know, it is. It's kind of the rain-soaked sidewalk, the dock next to the USS Silverside, under the light, the street lamp.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
lovely.
like that half that movie that's like half comic book and real character. Kind of has that vibe to it. I can't remember the name of the movie.
It
But
does. I don't know what movie you're talking about, but I'm sure it does. Hey, greetings. After a lovely trip out east, we decided to head west, albeit in Michigan. Had a great time touring the USS Silverside. Sorry, Isis, we didn't see any seamen aboard. This is a family-friendly destination. Well, packing up tomorrow and headed home. Nate. Yeah, it's a lovely
Nate.
post. Thank you for posting in, Nate. And then Marisa had one from, I guess she headed out east and then out west, because I don't know how I missed these, but she hit West Point. I think she
Wow.
had a nephew graduating from West Point.
really,
West Point's role in our nation's history dates back to the Revolutionary War, when both sides realized the strategic importance of the commanding plateau on the west bank of the Hudson River, considered by General George Washington to be the most strategic position in America. West Point is the oldest continuously occupied military post in America. It's a
Beautiful.
beautiful campus. And then she headed out to Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe, the deepest lake in the U.S. at 1,645 feet. I know.
I had no idea.
I would have guessed like Superior.
Superior
or
is
some
what I would
shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
2/3 of the lake is in California and 1/3 in Nevada. Sun shines there 274 days per year on average. The amount of water that evaporates each day, 330 million gallons, could supply LA for 5 years.
What?
Whew!
That's a
Hope
great
they don't find out
fact.
about that.
Can someone reroute that evaporation over
Yeah.
to LA? My God.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing fact. What a lovely
Yeah,
postcard.
that's a great
I've never
post.
been there. You been to Tahoe?
No, it's north of Marin.
Okay.
Marin County. You're familiar with?
I'm
yeah.
familiar with Marin.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Wow, I didn't think it was that big.
Melissa writes in, "Hey Jay, hi Jay, hi Mike, hi Isis.
Hi, Melissa.
It is perfectly acceptable to offer to pay for the person in front of you taking too long to search for proper change or debating which item to back because
Put
they're
back.
put back because they're a couple bucks short.
Yep.
Listening to yesterday's discussion, I was reminded of a story I thought you might enjoy. Starbucks drive-through always tends to have long lines, but they usually move relatively quickly. When they don't move quickly and you've already ordered, you are trapped in those damn concrete barriers unless you have an SUV or truck and can drive over said barrier. One day there was a car in front of me, one car. It was taking 10 minutes. What the hell? From what I could see, the woman in front of me had a gift card and obviously didn't have enough funds left on it, but she insisted that the cashier keep scanning the card as if funds would magically appear.
No.
No, I know it's on there. Go ahead. Run
Try
it
it
again.
again. Can you run it again?
I couldn't take it anymore. Cars were lining up behind me, and I'm sure they were equally as annoyed. How did I speed up the process? I leaned out my window like I was exiting the General Lee, Dukes of Hazzard style, and yelled, "I'll pay for her drink! Just let her go!"
That's awesome.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
don't
Within
either.
5 seconds, she had her drink and was off, and I pulled up. The cashier was laughing and said, "That was awesome. Your drink is on me. Thanks." The lesson I learned, I may be an impatient asshole at times, but customer service employees actually appreciate it when it gets them out of dealing with an entitled customer.
Yes, they
Yep.
do.
Yeah,
I've had that happen before
yeah.
too. So
that's a good lesson.
That's great.
Toothbrushes. So who is this? This is Conklin writes in concerning toothbrushes. You could donate the toothbrushes to a homeless shelter, Jay. Keep up the great work. I love listening to you guys. I hope I don't trigger Big E with the use of guys. I'm not giving away my toothbrushes.
Why would you?
I was given probably a 5-year supply of toothbrushes. I don't think they have an expiration date. Isis? Oral-B's?
I don't think so. They're standard Oral-B's?
Standard issue Oral-B's, pretty
Yep.
much. You know, there's some other brands in there, but I don't feel the need to give them away.
And once
frankly,
you've used them for whatever 6 months or a year, that's when you donate them to the homeless.
6 months to a year.
That's when you donate them to the homeless, right?
6 months to a year.
How often do you change your toothbrush?
3 to 4 months, 3 to 6 months. Yeah, in there. Isis?
6, I guess. I don't know.
A
Definitely
year?
not a year though. Definitely not.
Things got to
yeah.
be just spread out. The bristles have to be like, yeah.
I don't have a.
Looks like the parting of the Red Sea. Your bristles.
I don't have a relative dropping off cases of fucking
Yeah,
toothbrushes
yeah.
to me. So I you know,
Yeah.
you know, look at how the rich, look down on the lesser like me. If I had a bag of never-ending toothbrushes,
Brushes are like $4, $5.
I just don't know why my oral hygiene is less important than the homeless, Conklin.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep them for myself and my family.
There you go.
For God's sakes. And then, here's one. Small E writes in. For our Canadian friends, when Twin Peaks claims that their beers are 29 degrees, what temperature scale are they using? 29 degrees Fahrenheit? That equals 1.7 degrees Celsius. Or is it 29 degrees Celsius, which would be 84.2 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah, I'm going to go with they're serving cold beer.
yeah.
So I'm going
think
to go
so,
with
too.
the Fahrenheit model. Isis?
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
All right, good. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. All right, let's call it a day there. Trying to think if there's anything. I guess we're good. I don't need to mention anything else. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will join us then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.